Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm the Housewife Historian, and we are here to talk the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. I'm going to be talking a little bit in code today because if you watch my channel and you watch my live, yes.
Is the plane going down? Are we gonna die? Why are you saying I'm sorry?
Hi guys, my name is Lindsay. I'm a Housewife Historian, and welcome back to my channel. Today we are talking a little bit about the Real Housewives of New Jersey, and I have a little bit of tea for you. A never before seen DM from Caroline Manzo as it pertains to the phone call that was made to the feds. Of course, everything in this video is alleged, and before we get started, guys, if you could hit that like button, it definitely makes a difference with my videos. It's a great free way to help promote anyone's YouTube channel. If you hit like, it helps the algorithm pick up the channel. And then, of course, you should follow so that you have all of the Real Housewives tea. And when I have tea like this, I always take it to my YouTube channel first before any of my other platforms. So let's get into this, guys. This is in reference to the Page 6 article that came out after Caroline Manzo and her daughter did a Q&A. I want to say that it was at City Winery in New York City. They did a Q&A. There was a question in reference to Teresa and Joe Giudice and the phone call that was made to the feds and to the IRS. So it looks like there was two agencies contacted. It likely maybe was the feds first because they would have been the ones to investigate and then turn things over to the IRS, or maybe it was the IRS because they found something and they did an audit and then it went from there. I'm not quite sure. But it does sound like, we've heard now since then some more rumors about who could have possibly made the phone call, and that her brother allegedly had a secretary do it. So I want to read you guys this DM. It's anonymous. I'm definitely not going to release who sent it to me. I'm sharing my screen with you. This is my email, sorry. But gotta keep it moving, right? So I didn't have time to Photoshop and do all that. So I just wanted to bring it to you guys. But anyways, this is an anonymous DM that Caroline Manzo sent somebody after the Page 6 article came out, and they commented about their disappointment in Caroline for allegedly being in the room when a phone call was made to either the IRS or the feds about Teresa and Joe Giudice and their spending and the taxes and the filing of the personal taxes and whatever else it was that was allegedly turned over. Because what happened was Caroline and her daughter were on stage and they were asked about it. And Caroline said, I was in the room when the phone call was made, and I basically gathered up the children and tried to get out of there because I know these things never end well. And I just thought it was a little bit surprising because she did that confessional where she does this prediction about maybe somebody's going to have to go somewhere someday, and maybe Teresa's going to have to pull herself up, by her bootstraps. And it's like, that confessional doesn't seem like such a prediction. Like, you knew that a phone call had been made to an agency about them. But regardless, let's talk about this DM for a second. So look at it. It definitely comes from Caroline Manzo, and it says, "You are wrong. I did not because they said you got joy at it. I had no joy at all. Walked into a room, heard what was happening, immediately walked out. Wanted no part of it. Simple as that. Don't assume." I want to know what your guys' comments are on that, of course, because let me just get out of here really quickly, guys. Sorry, because sometimes when I do this, it messes with my audio. So actually, let me just get out of the screen here really quickly. There we Hopefully this doesn't mess with my audio now. Anyways, like I said, I'm just shocked that she did the confessional where she says that Teresa is gonna have to pull herself up by her bootstraps, and yet she took credit for it being a prediction all of these years when really she was in the room when a phone call was made to an agency as it pertains to Teresa and Joe and could possibly have been what triggered a federal investigation that came back with a federal indictment, which resulted in Joe Giudice being deported and spending 3.5 years away from his children. And Teresa spending a year away. Think about that. Think about that. And she went on national television and said this confessional about what if Joe has to go away somewhere. Well, what do you mean? I remember Andy Cohen interviewing her after that. Like after Joe went to prison, after Teresa went to prison, after they came home, Bravo pulled that clip and was like, how could you have known? Like, wow, you were so intuitive, Caroline. And she was like, brushing her shoulders off, like, yes, I am Bravo. And like, now it's like, no, you weren't. I'm not going to get into any more than that, but I just wanted to bring you guys that because someone had sent it to me and I thought that it was important for you guys to hear. A couple of other things I'm going to touch base with on today. Keep this short and sweet for you guys. I did a review on the Real Housewives of New York. I want you guys to check that out. I just posted it, so keep an eye on that. I also wanted to say that with the Real Housewives of New Jersey, we have more talks of contracts. We have the confusion of the BravoCon contract being confused with a regular season contract. We also have Melissa and Joe in Italy. We have Kathy Wakili and Richie in Italy. And we have Louis and Teresa and all of their children in Greece. So they're definitely not filming right now. Are they in the works? I would probably say at this point, yes. I would say they're definitely in the works. That's why they're probably trying to get their vacations in. People messaging and commenting like, how can Joe and Melissa allegedly be on this vacation to Italy when they have so many people that allegedly they owe money to? And, people don't like that. They don't want to see you taking fabulous vacations and then getting sued for like your concrete. You know what I mean? But I looked up where they're staying and it's between like $600 and $1,000 a night, depending on where you stay. And like the $600 a night places were really, really nice. They were like all like bungalows and so that's semi-affordable. And then they would have had to worry about their flight, which probably would have been anywhere from like 1,500 to 2,000, I would say. So they could have got away with going to Italy. Not super inexpensive, obviously, but inexpensive to them. I felt like they had to take a nice vacation because Louis and Teresa was taking a nice vacation. And if you notice, their kids they don't go on vacation with them. And if you take note to Louis and Teresa, they have all of their children with them and they're all in Greece together. And the children didn't bring boyfriends. They didn't bring friends. They're all there together as a family. And from what I know where they're staying in Greece, there's not a whole lot to do. It's like party or be on the beach. So they must enjoy each other's company enough to go on vacation and have a good time with each other. Also, somebody commented, it was Melissa's old nose. She did a post in regards to allegedly Melissa keeping a lock on her closet door and not letting Antonia, wear her clothes, or she does not share her clothes. She has like a keypad lock on it. And they were comparing like Teresa sharing with all of her daughters and one of them wearing Teresa's bikini. And I remember in a YouTube cook video a couple of weeks ago, she was cooking and one of the girls were getting ready. I think it was Melania. And she was like leaning over the balcony and Teresa was like, no. You need a jacket. You need a jacket. Go to my closet. Go find a black leather jacket. You need one. I have a brand new one. You would love it so much. It's on the second row to the left. So we always see Teresa very generous to like lend stuff to her girls, lend stuff to her friends, whereas we see Melissa like having a keypad lock on her closet door. Um, so take that as you will, right? But I just wanted to share this with you. I thought it was interesting, and you guys can comment and let me know what your thoughts are. Of course, everything in this video is alleged. We are not trying to come for Caroline Manzo by any means. I don't know if we're going to hear from Caroline again because of the fact that she was allegedly filming the Ultimate Girls Trip when everything happened with Brandy Glanville and she actually left and flew home. And we haven't seen that Ultimate Girls Trip air. We haven't seen a trailer for it and we haven't seen them film another one. So I'm not sure what's going to happen there, but we are staying tuned. Trust me.